Hello, we are starting commenting games from Group B. And the first game will be Robin versus Bartosz. Robin took black, Bartosz took white. This is the first round. Sorry that I am commenting only now. It's been a month when I didn't have much time. Very classical opening. Micro Chinese, very nice. Then White's Sezon invasion is of course good. Black plays on the other side. It was also possible to continue to build a very big wall. Well, for sure it's good that Black already has a stone. It's a low stone, so it's possible for White to reduce, for example, with the shoulder hit. Shoulder hit is a usual move to reduce Moyos. But if White does it, then Black would get a very good, very nice box on the other side. So Black can also go for that. That's why it would be a good idea. And I don't know. I think I saw this move in some Park Jung-hwan's game. Do you remember something like that? Anyway, Black plays on the other side. Of course, that side is all open, so it's also very big to play there. And now Black doesn't extend. It's possible to not extend. Like this move is preparing to extend. If White plays another move, then Black will extend, and Black will already have another stone. So maybe Black would be happy. But White breaks that plan of Black and pincers immediately, and this is a good decision. I like this decision. It provokes a fight. Of course, Black's stone will help a bit in a fight against that stone, but on the other hand, the two stones are quite thin. They don't have the access to the corner. And maybe possible to play even closer to the two stones, because it looks like White thinks, all right, I need to pincer, and White thinks, what pincer is possible? Well, this, it's possible. Well, maybe even further. I want to play as far as possible to be as close to the two stones as possible. This might be White's thinking. But White can have another thinking. All right, I want to pincer, but which group I want to pincer? Do I want to pincer this stone more or these two stones more? And if we look at it this way, then we should rather choose between the pincers which are acceptable for pincering two stones, which are maybe 2-space pincer, 3-space pincer, and not look at the pincers from the one stone. And why is it more important to pincer two stones? Well, that's pretty clear. The two stones don't have access to the corner, so they are a better target for an attack. So we should maybe rather focus on pincering the two stones and not the one stone. As of here, Black still has quite much space to help with the two stones. For now, Black cares about this corner. It of course makes sense that the lower side is still open. Usually these days we play this attachment, but I understand being a bit afraid of all the variations which can emerge after such an attachment. There are really a lot of moves possible. I don't know, all the stuff. And this should be also fine. All right. The problem is that Black created a rather strong group, so like White's pincer doesn't attack Black's stone anymore. On the other hand, White gets quite a good direction of play because the lower side might have been Black's Moyo. So even if it's a suboptimal Joseki choice, it's alright. And now, interesting, the next move of Black. Where would you play? Well, I think that helping the two stones is the most natural. We already helped the one stone. It has a base. It's completely fine. So now let's help with the two stones. It also puts pressure on White. But Black chooses another move. Black splits White stones. Well, it makes sense if we want to attack the one stone of White, but White extends, and the move of White has two purposes. First of all, it helps white. Second of all, it threatens black. And I think that black's move doesn't serve so many purposes, because all right, it goes out, but in what name, like for what sake? Black is already safe, so the group doesn't need much help. It doesn't really need to be on the outside. It would be good if it's on the outside, if it splits to thin groups, but one of the groups of white is already strong. The second group of white is getting strong right now after black split white, and white is getting strong dynamically by attacking black. So in the end, black's move doesn't do that much. On the other hand, if we play like this, well, perhaps white plays there where we did not, or jumps out to help that stone. But then also, like, white's moves don't serve that much purposes. Like, white just connects, but that's it. White may be alright, creates a wall, but we have time to reduce. We have time to play another move on the bottom. Very good move here. Yeah, I think I would choose this spot. Black is very dynamic. If we go like this, white has a bit more purpose in what white is doing. Yes, this move is of course a logical continuation of what black does, because it attacks the group of white, or it tries to attack the group of white, but white somehow didn't care. White didn't think that the group needs help, didn't play like this and give black a big lower side. I think white's choice is quite smart. White attaches here, and a move which we always expect when we attach to a Komoku is that black will just take the corner. But if black does so, then we can actually get a quite good continuation, which will a bit ridicule black's k3. Like, still it's an alright move, but then I don't know, maybe it was better for black to play a move like this if we get such a result. Black can also fight a bit more, but in this Joseki also white can expect a similar result. Like, even if white chooses the easiest moves like this, it's already putting pressure on that one stone of black, and there is still the agi of these two stones, and moreover, maybe white can play a bit smarter, like not cut, but start from this move. And if black goes like this, then maybe here we don't need to exchange, don't need to make this bad exchange. So maybe it would finish like that. All right, I'm talking a lot about the opening, but these were some basic variations. Black chooses another side. Black could just pull back, and this would make sense. I think this is what I would do. White's group is thin, and now k3. I don't know. I think it will look better. It will just make a splitting attack on white. I don't think it's really worth it to take territory here, because, well, it's a bit slow. Like, now k3 is not really a stone which we want to have on this board. But if we play from the other side and the corner is already safe and white has two weak groups, I think it's quite nice for black. So this was another way to handle this position. Black chose going for the lower side completely with this move, and then double hane. This is a nice move, this double hane, and it might look so fragile. There are two cutting points, but white cannot cut both, right? White needs to choose which white cuts. And if white cuts like this, is it any good for white? Black got a nice position, and white doesn't really have base. In the game, white chose the other cut, but in fact this result is also good for black. White lived very small, and even though white did it in center, like, white didn't achieve achieve the purpose of their move, of his move, of like reducing black's moyo. The correct answer to this move is a simple connection. If black goes like this, then white builds a group, and this is a more comfortable group building than in this variation. That's why the pullback is more often used. On the other hand, black's shape would be very good, of course. Here, black has a very nice shape, so it's some joseki. White, as we said before, took the stone. And to got, I don't know, maybe we could extend once and then take, no? Like it maybe looks stupid because black can black even capture? Like maybe the ladder works. Yeah, the ladder works for black, but still there is some agi. We just play a move, it's a ladder breaker, and then let's say black doesn't want to just be so slow and black plays elsewhere, and then it's an annoying agi. So probably black would rather try to handle the agi on a big scale, but still it's good to have agi. We don't like giving ponuki to our opponent, better to not give ponuki. By the way, now white had a very good plan. Now white attaches, and it aims at over-concentrating black. Of course, ponuki is a very strong shape, but let's say it goes like this, then black doesn't really like that black gets just 15 points from this ponuki. It's not that happy for black. Maybe black could jump first, and then you could say, wow, but white goes out and it's very big. In fact, black can still fight this. This is one thing. The other thing is black can now severely attack white's group because black already played k3, white didn't answer, and then black plays one more move, and of course we have that c, which we put on the board even earlier. And if we can get an exchange like this, then it would be much nicer for black. Then white doesn't have that plan which white had in the game. And there is one more thing. When I said that white should extend, if white extends now, then black doesn't have this option of playing tenuki, because now if white adds a move, then of course white is very happy that white didn't lose a move, like spend a move at r1, which would be quite small. So we should extend when it's completely center and then take. I don't know, black can still jump and then maybe a fight starts. I don't know, maybe it's risky, maybe you don't like it. Anyway, black's jump would be some idea. Black just took a stone very peacefully and then white attaches. Nice idea. I don't know why this move. Why not Hane? Hane looks better. If black connects, white also connects, and the agi doesn't really exist. Like it's a small agi of some cat. A cut here is also not possible. Like this we don't need to consider. Even if now there is some risk that black will attack our group, the group will manage. Certainly white is not in such a big trouble, and even if we somehow don't manage to help the group and the variation looks like this, still it's not that big of a gain for black, and we got a very strong position and we take center. Alright, let's move on. White played more peacefully than this cat, which didn't really help because we cannot capture black stone in a ladder. Unfortunately, the ladder doesn't work because of this stone. So in the end, white just goes back, and then black is happy. Black took a lot of points on the bottom. And what about L3? Black added a move. Why did black add a move? Probably black was scared that if black doesn't add a move, then white might have some good ladder breaker, and black plays here. Painful. I am not sure if it is so painful, because alright, white builds a shape, but maybe there are more important moves than that. Like, yeah, white attaches, but white doesn't really attack anyhow this one stone, because this one stone just connects back to the living group very quickly. Another thing is that if black wants to add a move now, maybe it's better to try to do it in center. Like we can push, and alright, it doesn't look ideal that we are giving white all this outside. But if we do it in center, now we have time to play on the left, it might be worth it. Because the left side is very important. In the game black just played here, this is a bit slow move. And white plays horse head. Yeah, good. It puts pressure on 2 stones of black. It helps 2 stones of white, and probably it also pulls hand towards that group of white, which became a bit thin after white's a bit erroneous answers to black's move on the bottom. But I think that it would be much more powerful if white plays this Ogema. You should learn this Ogema. This is a very good move. Well, the only con of it is that it doesn't pull hand towards white's group. But let's say now black splits white, and say white plays another move. Will black annoy white so severely that white should have tried to avoid it? Because like these are very good moves what white got. I don't know. Or maybe white adds a move and then still black doesn't have a way to go back with his stones. And if black just goes here, I don't know what exact moves. Maybe like this. It's not that we will capture black. I don't know. This looks somehow good for black. Wait, maybe not push. Maybe let's jump. It is a bit risky. Like it puts more pressure. I don't know. I would really go for it. The move at 1 serves another purpose. It creates continuation of this cut. Maybe if we get strong on the top, then that cut will be very severe for black. Maybe white thought differently. Maybe white thought that white has a low position here, so white doesn't want to get anything on the top. And then it makes sense to not try to just play this move. It's a good shape in the end of the day, and when black plays here, white doesn't need to care about the top side. Alright, just simply play like this. Black adds a move, pulls hand towards the group, but in fact still black doesn't have an easy survival. Like it's not that white will start attacking the group now, but in the future, let's say white attaches here. What is this attachment? It is leaning on the strong stones of black in the purpose of attacking the weak group of black nearby. But for now, maybe it will be too easy for black. We just give him strength, and then black will anyway manage the group somehow. So for now, white reduces the moyo. It's a good choice, but a bit too soft, I would say. I think we can go deeper. Let's say black goes from above, but such a move, for example, it threatens that we connect. And what does black play? Does black try to kill? I don't think it's a realistic plan of black. And well, maybe black will get something on the outside. So perhaps this is the reason of the strategic choice of white. Maybe white was too scared of how weak the groups are, so white doesn't need to create another group. Makes sense, but I think I would be brave to play here. I don't know. How about such a move? Maybe strange 59. Maybe we can somehow try to put pressure on that group of black even. Anyway, white just plays from the top, but it gives too easy choice for black, because of course black will play from this side. Of course black will not play from here where all the stones are strong and where there are just a few points to be taken. So white continues, and then black will jump again. Black didn't do it yet, but black will do it soon. Alright, white will reduce that area, but still black got already a few points. Did white get much? I am not sure. Not much. For now, black splits white. Good decision. Black needs to suffer a little bit. Very big move. Yeah. As C13 is destroying black's base, so it puts pressure, it takes points, it creates base, a lot of purpose. A very good move. Black jumps out, makes sense. Peep, maybe, I don't know what is the exact purpose of this peep. Maybe let's not peep without a clear mind about what it does, because it strengthens the opponent somehow. Like, who knows, maybe one day there will be a variation like pa, and then we would like to have this option. Maybe it's not any realistic variation, but we never know what happens in the future. Okay, white went for the center, but now we can see the problem of taking points in the center. It might seem that, oh, we already have a few stones. Wow, 1 stone, second, third, 6 stones, so good. Soon we will have 20 points here. But in fact, it's not enough. We have just 1 wall and 2 bricks to start creating new walls. So we need 4 walls, right? So we create the second wall now. And black just goes with his bulldozer to destroy the third wall. And then, like, soon, like, black even did it in center. Alright, white played moves on the side, which are useful, but still. And then it will be like, I don't know, 1 point probably. Really, like, center is 1 point. So instead of dreaming of the center, white should just destroy points. This is where points are. Or if white is concerned with the status of the groups, and maybe this was the purpose why white plays in the center, then let's help the groups in an active manner, which means taking real points, real cash. And where is cash? Cash is on the sides. So this was a strategical mistake of white, that white didn't care about the sides so much. Then we had a crazy call to make the game more interesting. Unfortunately, white played a call threat which was a minus. I think it was quite smart by black that black started this call, even though it's also not that easy to play for black, because it's basically a 2-step call. Maybe white doesn't need to play threats yet. Maybe white can play a move like this, and then if black starts a call, black plays a threat, then white already has threats created by that first non-threat move. Alright, the call is very big, but if white can threaten killing all the group in the lower left corner, then it's enough. Crazy call. In the end, I don't know what black got, but black didn't need to get much. Black just made his territory bigger. Then another call, and here a variation which already destroyed a lot of points of white, and in the end black won. By the way, a great sequence. It might seem at first that this cut does nothing, but as we see in the game, now white tries to connect, but there is no move to connect. Damezumari, or Oyotoshi. Alright, so this is it about this game. Like this. Alright, this is it about this game. In the end, even black killed white, but it didn't matter even. So yeah, I talked a lot, but it was a very interesting game. Let's move to the next one.